TD, a tutty, taking it to the house. Whatever you call a touchdown, they matter more at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL. Ready to place your first NFL bet? Try betting on something simple, like a player to score a touchdown. You have game lines, passing props, and rushing props. You can bet on the first quarter or first half if you feel like your team starts slow or charges out of the gate. I know how my team starts. Ready to do a touchdown dance of your own? Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Download DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the code THPN. That's code THPN for new customers to get $250 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 and get 1 month of NFL Plus Premium only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in New Hampshire, Oregon, and Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball. NFL Plus Premium offer available only to new and former NFL Plus subscribers. Additional NFL Plus Premium terms at nfl.com/terms.
Split the defense.
Well, here we are back on Split the Defense Hockey Podcast, presented by LaForest Electrical Contractors, serving the Kingston and surrounding area since 2004. I'm Webby with CP, as always, and producer Ted in the booth. And this is Game 1 of the 2024-2025 season. And the Leafs didn't even score a goal. Thumbs up this episode, subscribe to our YouTube, leave us a comment. Now more than ever, we need you to download this show in podcast form, if you will. Please, 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 and leave us 5 stars there. Come on. You know you want to. So, CP, come on. I got lots of good here, which probably shouldn't, but I had hope. Tell me the bad.
Oh, man, the bad is that we got shuttied in Game 1 against Montreal and Sam who knows what. Jesus. It's just if
he
I
could
was
be
just going
Team
to predict,
Canada goaltender, okay?
yeah, okay. If he is, I'm scared because, I mean, oh man, it's like Anthony Stolar's looked fine, you know. Yeah, if we're going through the positives, there's a few of them, but one of them's that the big guys can't score, and no one down the lineup can score either. So, geez, rough one.
So yeah, serious lack of goals, and like I don't know, it was a lack of effort. I feel like they really just haven't found their offense yet. I feel like you watch this team and like the guys who put together are like a bunch of good players, but they really haven't found the gel of how to make these players work yet. I don't think the lineup that you see tonight is going to be the lineup you see 20 games from now. I think things will drastically change as Berube gets a better idea of who and what this team actually is.
Yeah, but like you got to admit the chunk of them are going to be here, right? Like this is
just where they're going to play and who they're going to play with and how that offense is generated is all I'm saying, because that was pathetic.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, I mean, what, they get 48 shots or 40?
Yeah, 40. Yeah, something like that. 46 when I stopped tracking.
Right. So, like, I mean, yeah, lots of shots on net, but it's just can't seem to seal the deal and get the job done. And, yeah, how many posts did they hit? Like, I think at least 4 crossbars, like a few posts. It's just, geez, like, can we get a break? The posty boy just not being very nice to us. Like, we like some, like, posting in. Please and thank you. And, like, and then it kind of, like, I just felt like this, we didn't really get it going during the preseason. That's not really what it's for, right? It's more of a tryout for everyone and kind of get the legs going. But, you know, it's not like we had everyone was vibing, Matthews and Marner, you know, getting lots of points. So, like, I guess it could take a few games here, but it always seems like, I mean, I've talked about it every single year that Marner is just inherently a slow starter. You know, if you're watching and you're in a fantasy league, like, wait a week and then trade for Marner, because then he'll go on a run for you. But Yeah, I don't know what it is with them. Just can't get it going. I mean, yeah, can but can't. Yeah, at the same time.
Leafs have notoriously started bad in October. They are notorious for that. That is common. But this is a new coach. There's new systems. They've got, I mean, Matthew Nyes played with the top line before, but I'd like to think they just got to shake some rust off, because we're not going to say they got goalied. They put 46 shots on net. But did they really get goalied by Sam Montembeault tonight? Is he that guy that...
I wouldn't call it being goalied, because it's not like they like put like I would guess that the high danger chances aren't off the charts, you know, like not a ton of like right in front slots, not a huge like really good tips or anything. Just like 46 shots into the chest of a goalie, basically. Even the very last one where Matthews has his best opportunity of the game right into the chest. Like, I mean, I'd rather have missed the net than really do that. But yeah, that's yeah. It's a tough pill to swallow, honestly. Just like trying to be so pumped for this team, and then they just like kind of give you that performance in the first game, you know, after everyone's kind of been talking so low. So, you know, like, yes, you're right. Like, it's like new offense, new coaches. So like things got to give time to like for things to get ramped up and everything. But, you know, I just want to like come into the season just feeling it, you know, like I want to be just cheering on this team, getting excited about a regular season again, and you know, a team that maybe I can get excited for. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to go through this and pick out the things that we liked, that you know, instead of just celebrating a win.
Yeah, well, it would have been nice to celebrate a win. Final score tonight, 1-0 for the Montreal Canadiens. Cole Caulfield scored the only goal for the Habs tonight. It was a pretty nice shot on a pretty good power play, and all I could think of was imagine Patrick Laine on that power play. I'm kind of glad he's gone.
I mean,
they looked pretty good. They were snapping it around, making some nice plays tonight. I don't know who's setting those power play up, because, you know, it's not all players. They're taught to do certain things, and Montreal's power play looked pretty good tonight. Obviously, they only scored the one time, but Cole Caulfield in that spot, that's dangerous. But one goal on the backup goalie, who's been thrust into, well, we think thrust into. Off topic for a second. How long do you think Anthony Stolarz has known that he's going to be the game one starter? He's probably known for a week, right?
Oh, well, I know. I wouldn't say a week. Like, I don't know, a day or two.
A couple of days, yeah.
Yeah.
Before we did, for sure. Like,
oh,
well
no doubt
before
it.
we did.
Yeah. No question. Yeah.
Okay.
Based on Berube's answer at the media scrum that everyone made a huge deal out of, that he wouldn't claim Wall to be the goalie. You know, like, obviously he had a hint that it wasn't solidified. So, yeah, that's a tough pill to swallow on its own, is just the whole Joseph Wall situation. But, you know, like, great performance, though, from the 1B or backup, or maybe now the starter. So, yeah, good to see Stolarz.
Well, the starter for now, because Joseph Wall will not be here through the weekend. Officially placed on IR, which means he is out for 7 days, and he can return next week against the LA Kings. Is his earliest game. So at least on Thursday and Saturday, we will be seeing Hildeby and Stolarz. Who knows? Maybe even Matt Murray. I don't know how crazy you think it's going to get.
Hope not.
But you like Stolarz, right? I like Stolarz too. He walked 50 feet out of his net tonight, play that puck, and oh my God, what are you doing? And he still recovered and seemed to make the save. But it was like, come on, man. Like, what are you doing out there? It was so far out.
Man, and there was another one, too, where he played it behind his net and just passed it basically directly to a Habs player, and he had to scramble in front to make a save, too. So, yeah, it was actually said at the beginning that he likes to play the puck.
Oh, that's going to give me... Yeah. It's going to give me... I struggle to describe how it makes me feel, because all I can hear is Steve Dangle in my head right now.
If you're
a goaltender, send the goal. Fuck's sakes. I know, right?
Yeah.
So, so I mean, he was great though. There was a lot of times tonight where shots from the point don't make me scared anymore.
Yeah, honestly, he's a very comfortable goalie to watch. And when there is like a big play to make, you know that he's going to give his best effort. He's quick, tracks pucks really well. I think that he really is a like a comfortable goalie. And I think if we see Hildeby tomorrow, I think we'll see something similar from him. Like he seemed like a very calm presence as well. Yeah. Tim in the comments here seems to be wanting to talk about the non-fight that didn't happen. So you want to talk about that? What, like, did you have much hype into the Reeves Jack-Eye was going to be at the very beginning, drop the gloves at center ice, or definitely happening on the first period? Oh yeah, all day on sports radio. It's just, yep, it's either happening at first puck drop or it's in the first period. And I was like, potentially, like I wouldn't be like shocked if in the first period that Reeves and Jack-Eye go. And yeah, like you saw it in the like second or like Reeves' second or third shift or something. They were on the ice together right away, and it just seemed like, I don't know if the camera went away from them, so I don't know who didn't want a piece of who, or if it just wasn't. Yeah, I mean, why I think would be just because Reeves would want to prove a point, but like I don't think there's
Reeves doesn't need to prove anything.
Well, there you go. Then
Jack-Eye needs to prove a point.
Well,
right?
No, I don't think he does, because like he was the guy that came and jumped one of the Leafs guys. So I think it's like your turn if you want to make one. But Reeves obviously just didn't think it was a big. I mean, what was that guy's name?
Either react
Pacey?
then or
What was that guy's name? I even forget now. It was like
Pare.
Pare. There it is.
Cedric Pare.
So like I'm not sure how much Reeves owes Pare. If it was someone like Marner or Riley Matthews, then sure, maybe. But yeah, just a little overhyped. I mean, the talk radio has to talk about something, right? So, I mean, they talked about
radio all day, and I didn't hear any of that. So,
oh, really? I heard it on multiple different podcasts. Maybe the fan.
Maybe I just skimmed that through my ears because I'm like, why? That's just fodder. Right? They're just that's making. I mean, they got to talk about something all day. Right?
They talk like for 4 hours basically about the Leafs. So
we only have to do it for 30 minutes, so we can try and stay on topic here.
Yeah.
So tonight we had Domi and Pacioretty out on the ice, I believe, at the same time. I think it was. Don't know why the situation was, but I believe that's
Second
how it
power
went.
play.
And we weren't sure whether they were booing Pacioretty or Domi, and lo and behold, it seems to be they're booing Domi. And then, well, never mind. Actually, they're also booing Pacioretty now. So what's up with that? Do you think that that's necessary? Like, why so salty, Habs fans? Can any Habs fans answer that for me in the comments?
Well, I mean, they both played for their team. I get it.
So?
I love fans being fans, and like especially when the Leafs like walked out at the very beginning or skated out at the very beginning of the game and just full boos from the crowd. I was like, oh, I love this. Like, I don't know. Like, I just love fans being fans. So yeah, like boo everybody. I don't care. But I just like, I don't know if a if a hat or a Leafs player, like if Matthews went to the Habs in the at the end of his career, like I would hope that Leaf fans would boo him too. That's just like part of being a fan. And you see this way more in like Europe with soccer. Like there's just so much of that happening, and everyone seems to just like be a little too sensitive in North America when it comes to sports.
But
so
did they always boo? Did they always boo Max Pacioretty? Did they boo him when he went to Vegas? Did they boo him when he was in like Carolina? And then did they boo him? Where did he go after that? He was somewhere after that. Was he Washington? Yeah.
No.
Did they boo him all those times?
It's clearly
different. But are they the Leafs though?
Yeah,
exactly. So why?
I mean, if Matthews goes and plays for, say, like Colorado or San Jose, like I don't have as much hatred. If he goes and plays for the Habs, I'm gonna boo you. I'm a pretty civil fan even when I go to games. I'm not very vocal, but I'll boo Austin Matthews if he does that. So yeah, just put the reverse on it, and I get it.
I certainly don't, but that's funny anyways.
Yeah,
man, I love this fourth line so much. I wanted to get rid of David Kampf, and now I'm like, oh, this is such a luxury. I love Brendan Preedom. I hope we get to keep him forever. Hope he just stays forever. He's the capologist. Like, he is the master, the absolute magician. That guy got us within $1 of the salary cap, and now we get to keep the likes of David Kampf to have with Steven Lorentz and Ryan Reeves, and potentially somebody else who's not Ryan Reeves, which could also be kick-ass. That is a really, really good fourth line. I could see that holding up through the regular season.
Yeah, I do like the fourth line, no question. I honestly I think the number one reason though is Lorenz. He brings something to this team that I think it has been missing. Like even at the very beginning of the game, he's the guy. He's standing up, yelling at down the bench. I think he did it like 3 or 4 times before puck drop. That's a guy that I want around, and he brings so much energy on the ice. I think that he's the most important part of that fourth line. And yeah, David Kampf obviously plays a really good role, and Reeves I don't notice as much as Lorenz, but he's out there doing it. But yeah, you could substitute. Like Bobby McMahon, put him in there.
Oh man, that'd be a sick fourth line.
Yeah.
Bobby McMahon, Steven Lorenz, and David Kampf. Oh, they'd probably score goals. They had a lot of offensive chances tonight.
Yeah, like I feel like this line might they're gonna pot a few. Like I feel like Lorenz has 5 to 10 goals in him in a season, and if he is going in the net like he has been,
he's never proved that. He's played 238 games. I think he's got
Yeah, but he's never been a regular player either, give him 82 games, and 5 goals is not to be, I wouldn't be shocked with,
Yeah,
But
that's fair.
yeah, but put Bobby there, and then it's different, yeah.
And I do like me some Steven Lorenz. I like the way that he's built. I like the way that he skates. And I really like that he's got a little bit of offensive mind to him, but he's a really dump and chase, and he seems to got speed, too. That's a big thing. He's a big, strong guy, but he's fast, too.
He's
not
fast,
slow. In any way. Probably got hands of stone. That's why he's not making $12 million a year, because he's got a lot of tools on that guy. I really do like Steven Lorenz. It's crazy how a guy like that can make so little. I think he's going to end up earning himself a pretty big contract after his time in Toronto here.
Oh, everyone makes themselves a pretty good contract after their time in Toronto.
I mean, that's kind of a given, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I think that also it's a mentality thing. I think that he brings too. And he knows his role. He knew that he was going to have to be a bottom 6 role player, and I think that's an important part. Also, hat off to Pacioretty too, because he understands his role. He might lead the team in hits tonight, and he mentioned that going in, that he knew that his role on the Leafs was not going to be the same as his role when he was a Hab. Or even in Vegas, and I understand that now. He really brought it more tonight than he did in preseason, which to be expected. But yeah, really good to see. I mean, I'm sure there's a little extra motivation because of his old team for sure. But yeah, good to see from Patches. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Patches is going to be a really nice fit. Did you see that pass to Robertson, I think it was? He's skating across the zone. I keep getting flashes of Jason Spezza, but he might have just a little bit more left in the tank, or I don't know, maybe he's at the same point, and this is just a first year Jason Spezza, and we were all hyped too. But maybe right place, right time.
Possibly.
Maybe. But I do see flashes that creativity, that superstar mentality that, he used to be a perennial 30 goal scorer.
Oh, no question. The skills were there. No, I think that we're just hitting the point, like you said, with Spezza, the skills and body are kind of crossing here and seeing if he can stay together. But I also wouldn't be upset if he got scratched for someone down the lineup too. I don't
every
need
now and
to
again
see,
he's 35 with
I don't need to see
injuries.
82 games of this
give him
guy.
A break, yeah. No, but I'd like to see 60.
Sure. Yeah. I don't, if I saw, what was his bonus? If we saw just over his bonus, 40?
39.
Yeah.
40,
if we saw 40, 45 games of Pacioretty, I think that's enough, and he brings maybe something down the road where it's if he can turn into a power play 2 specialist in a way where he's our go-to guy on that line with Robertson there too, or whoever it is that Domi feeding them both. But he does bring something. I just, I'm not sure that, he's an everyday player. Our bottom 6 now, I think there's enough depth on this team, especially if guys start getting healthy. There might be a little bit more rotation than we've been used to.
That's fair enough. That is fair enough. All right, we should hear a word from our brand new sponsors. What time is it? Game time. Hockey is back. Whether it's crashes in the corners or stick taps on the boards, the sound of hockey gets me excited to get out to a game. And when I buy my tickets, I use Game Time. Game Time has tickets to all events, not just sports. And when searching for tickets, I look through the super deals or even the amazing deals icons, and I know I'm getting the best deals possible. Plus, check out Game Time's new feature called Game Time Picks. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. Curated deals make it easier to find the best price on great seats. The best feature, though, is Seat View. I love this feature. You can get a panoramic view from your seat before you even buy. The best part? No surprise fees at checkout thanks to their all-in pricing feature. Lowest price guarantee, or Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. They offer event cancellation protection and even job loss protection. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time Picks. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the code THPN for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create account, redeem code THPN for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? Game time. Alrighty. So we've got Craig Berube on if he's considering running it back with Stolarz on back-to-back nights, and he said it's something we've got to discuss here. Do you think we take anything from that, or do you think that's just Craig Berube being Craig Berube?
Yeah, I think one thing I've learned pretty quick with this coach is he just dodges questions. He starts answering questions before reporters are done asking them, and it's just okay, you're not getting a full answer if you don't know the question. So yeah, he's pretty good at it for being a first time in a really big market. So yeah.
So not so much a fun stat, but Canadian Sam Montembeault sets NHL record for the most saves made in a season opening shutout with 47 tonight against the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Jesus Christ.
Of course it's a record. It's always a record.
It's always,
if you look like all the records in the Hall, it probably just so many of them are against the Leafs.
Probably.
So many. You'd have to believe. All right, what else we got here? I wanted to talk about Nick Robertson. Preseason Nick Robertson was a stud, and we thought that it was going to flip over. Tonight he had 1 shot on goal. Now, Steven Lorentz had 4 shots on goal. Austin Matthews had 6. There was other players who got more. There were shots to be had. It just wasn't for Nick Robertson. What did you see from him tonight?
I saw him trying to do the same things that he was doing in preseason. Just everything's a little bit tighter, and I think that him and Patches in particular, I still saw the development of plays, just no finish on them. A really clogged middle of the zone. So Robertson had a few opportunities that didn't turn into shots just because there was no getting them through, or even the pass didn't get across. So yeah, I'm not going either way on Robertson right now. I still believe that what we saw in preseason is the skills that this guy can bring. And it's not like they got caved in either. So Holmberg actually I think is a really good suit for them. Holmberg I think is he's becoming a Berube favorite. I think he was the go-to guy when they were on a 3-on-5 PK, and I just think that tells you a lot that Holmberg in there to take a defensive zone face off when there are 3 on the 5-on. It's hard to say 3-on-5 for me, but 5-on-3 PK. And I just think that that might be something if they could hold it together, and I think that all 3 of those guys could, like we said, things might move around and shuffle around, but I think that all 3 of them are bringing something. Robertson, I think they need to give him at least a run here. Like I said about taking Patches out, I don't mind, but I'd be a little upset if Robertson gets taken out pretty quick. So.
Yeah, no, he's young. He needs to get a run. He doesn't need to sit down. He's got an engine that doesn't stop. It's just whether he'll find the success. And part of me thought tonight while I was watching the game, Nick Robertson was really good in the preseason, but in the preseason, you're playing against teams with 2 different squads, and those 2 squads have one of 2 mentalities. The one squad is the squad of players who are on the team, mostly, and they're not going to try too hard because they don't want to get an injury in preseason. Obviously, they're going to try hard, but, there might be a little more space, a little more sloppiness. Maybe not everybody's playing with it where everybody should. And then there's the other team of guys who have more Nick Robertsons on them, who are trying harder, but are maybe more his skill level. So, that's probably why we saw more success in the preseason. Maybe I'm totally wrong. I hope Nicky Bobby comes back and scores 40. It's been absolutely one game I get that. One game.
Yeah.
But like I had that thought while I was watching tonight. Like, maybe that's why he's getting mauled now, because like everybody just kind of flipped a switch and said it's go time, and especially the Habs against the Leafs. They're like, maybe we couldn't flip a switch on tonight, but they are 100% going to flip a switch on, because nobody hates the Leafs more than, than the Leafs themselves probably, but than the Montreal Canadiens, right? Or maybe Ottawa Senators. They want to beat them. Like, they really, really want to beat them. So that's usually how it is when we play them anyways. But I mean, I guess in a whole bunch of years, I look back on my, you get like Facebook memories. Go look back and you see the Habs won the home opener, the Leafs won the home opener, the Leafs won the home opener. Like, so we do win quite a bit of them, but just tonight wasn't the night. I really like Oliver Ekman-Larsson. I really like his game. I really like how he jumps up in the zone and then just darts right back out. He is a good skater. Do you remember Marner to Edmondson? How that was just kind of like a thing that happened way too often last year? Well, who's standing in Edmondson's spot right now but OEL? And isn't that a better guy to have the puck on his stick? I really like the spot that he's in. How do you feel about the guy?
I like a lot of things about him. Like, long stick, he's got a decent shot. Like you said, skates pretty good, passes pretty good. He does have a tendency to maybe have a blow up shift here and there. Like, there was the only mistakes that I really saw him glaringly make. There was 2 in one shift, and so like I just think that might be his identity. Is for like the most part he's pretty good. You're gonna have a few mistakes here and there. And like he has such a long stick that I feel like he gets a little tied up when he's right in front. And he it's hard to get a puck on his stick if you've got such a long stick. But yeah, I think he's pretty well suited for his roles. Second pair, he can he's with McCabe, so he can kind of be a little bit more
I watched McCabe jump up again today, and I was like,
Twice.
no, this was supposed to stop.
Yeah. There's 2 of them that I had in mind where I thought of you, where I was just like, oh my God, he's just like he just flips the puck up, goes one end to another, and then you look, and OEL is just like 10 feet away from him in the zone too. And it's like, oh man, this is just, disaster waiting to happen.
This could be a disaster, yeah. But OEL is such a good skater. I watched him dash in a bunch of times tonight, and he didn't. One thing about McCabe is I think I don't know. I don't know how to say it the right way, but he tries really hard, and maybe that hinders him, because like OEL is just smart enough to go, oh, that didn't work, bail. Jake McCabe's like, we can still make it happen. Pass it to me down here below the hash line. Like, no, Jake, if it didn't work now, get the hell out of there and we'll try something else.
I mean, I have trouble with this because you're talking about maybe my favorite defenseman on the Leafs right now. Just I love McCabe.
Love the guy.
Yeah,
he's
guy. Just willing to put.
But
it
when
all
he jumps
there,
up in the rush, it scares the living hell out of me.
I can understand that and accept that. There's no question. He's a little scary when he gets up in the zone. He can
because he
make
doesn't
a play
come
though.
Back.
Yeah, he can make a play though, which I
sure
which
can.
I like.
Got a good shot on him too. I really like
good
his
shot. He does sometimes, like he shoots into other guys' legs a lot, but that's just
gotta hurt.
Yeah, you're putting a beating on the other team.
I don't know.
So,
yeah, it's a good thing, right? I don't know. I do like me some McCabe. He's a really good defensive player. I just really don't like it when he's the fourth man to jump up on the offense. That's not the guy that we should have doing that for the reasons that I just listed. And like I said, I thought with OEL being his pairing partner that we would have these issues resolved, because the coaches would have said, okay, Jake, you stay home and OEL will jump up, because he's the guy. Like, he looks really good when he does it, and he was effective at it, and he bails out really well. Like, that was one thing that I noticed with OEL tonight. Every time he jumped up in the rush was he got back to his position very quickly. It was very assertively. Like, he wasn't looking where the puck was. He's just get back and let the next guy shift back into his forward position, whoever was covering him. He was not trying to maybe I'm in a good spot to keep making the play.
And that is good for McCabe, because we've seen that he doesn't work well with Riley, because Riley doesn't do that enough. So I think that maybe this is a good situation if both of them are taking care of each other. That's why like McCabe and Benoit like works pretty well, because Benoit's not going to do anything too crazy. So McCabe needs a little bit of a safety net. He's not like a shutdown guy where you can just put anyone with him.
But you do need somebody as the fourth to run up. So you put Benoit and McCabe. Excuse me. You put Benoit and McCabe running up the ice. So now who do you want to send? Benoit or McCabe? Well, of course it's McCabe now. But it's like, well, that's not the guy I want though. In like any situation, he's too much of a wild card up there. Yep. Great hockey player. Love him. Would love to shake his hand. Great hockey player. But you know exactly what I say. Yeah. So do you have anything else you want to hash about this game here?
No, I think we covered most of everything. Yeah.
All right. We rocked it, didn't we?
Yeah. We got the keeper one next.
New Jersey, tomorrow night against the old head coach.
Actually, we should cover that, actually. Thoughts on Timmins. What were your thoughts on Timmins? I was a little scared, actually, coming into this game, seeing him in the lineup. I thought my boy Philip Myers was going to get in the lineup. Everything was pointing to him. And then, they go with Timmins, which I'm actually more comfortable with than Liljegren, I think. But I'd say Timmins, I think, has lost a bit of a step. He seems quite slow out there to me, and I'm not sure if he was always so slow. I don't know. Like I never pegged him as
his injury. Was it an upper body injury or lower body? I don't know. Maybe he's still struggling. Maybe he hasn't worked his way back from that yet. Maybe it's only a couple months, right? Like, I mean, it could be issues there. I don't know. We'll have to see.
I didn't see like that. I didn't feel like Timmins was making any like really major mistakes. Like obviously there's only one goal that went in. So, but I just felt like, there was a step there that I was used to when Timmins is out there to, make a play, but also maybe he's trying to play a different type of game, which I'm not upset about. Like that guy is he hasn't been able to make it work as an offensive guy. So if he's maybe trying to play more physical in his own zone, then maybe he can actually turn into a third pairing guy that I'm comfortable with. So he's pretty big.
What we didn't talk about?
What?
That we had a 3 fucking year shutout streak. The Leafs had a 3 year shutout. Remember, that got broken tonight. They haven't been shut out in like seasons.
Yeah.
Season after season. I totally didn't realize that. Thank you,
70
Omar,
something?
for pointing that out. Oh, Tic Tac Tomar says, LOL, broke a 3 year shutout streak in the new coach's first game of the season. That's genuinely funny.
Not so funny on this side of Actually, and another thing we didn't talk about was OEL's breakaway. Oh my gosh. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I thought he might do something cooler than that, but he just tried to sidestep him and shelf it on him.
By the way you went in, I was like, is this guy trying like a spin move? Like, why is he going so wide? And then, just like took away his own angle on the net and just like.
But I thought you said he was offensively gifted. Yeah,
not like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Again, the stick's too long to do anything crazy. I expected him to come and take a shot, but I just was not expecting him to almost touch the sideboards before he took a shot. So, unexpected there. Yeah,
completely unexpected.
Yeah.
So there we go. Yeah, shutout streak's broken. Leafs lose 1-0. We play again tomorrow in New Jersey. We will see you all back for that post-game show. For tonight, that's a wrap. Thanks for joining us for Split the Defense, Leafs post-game, presented by LaForest Electrical Contractors, serving the Kingston and surrounding areas since 2004. We appreciate your comments. Hit that like button, subscribe on YouTube, tell your friends, download the podcast, rate it 5 stars. Until next time, peace.
Peace.
Happy Leaf Erickson Day.
Follow the boys on Twitter at STDPWebby, at Craig D. Pearce, and at Ted_is_show.